Hey guys, so I'm back for another episode to see how things are going on. As you can see, I'm making a bit of progress, and yeah, this is a lot of fun. I'm really liking all this. You can see here, I'll just move around a little bit, maybe jump to some of these pieces that I'm working on. I'm, starting to try and get, uh, you know, little caps like the towers. I'm trying to get different like crenellations and stuff. As you can see, I'm not super happy with this. That's why I started this other file. And then I have all these houses. Essentially, this file is just getting pretty big and messy. And, as you can see, there's a lot in it. And I'm just like, dude, I need to start over. Like, the texture sheet is really what's important. So I don't even need to save this because I didn't do anything. So I'm just gonna file, open recent, and then so I'm on the asset pack medieval structures now. So I changed the name from medieval house build to medieval structures. So I'm gonna open this now. So this is a lot cleaner. Holy, my heart slows down when I get in here. I'm like, awesome. I only have this many cubes. Fuck, there's so many cubes in this thing already. Excuse my French. I really wish I didn't have to excuse myself every time I drop the F-bomb, but I feel necessary to because in our culture today that's kind of not very cool. So, yeah, these guys are coming along. They're looking alright. What do you think? Do you think they're looking okay? Uh, Let me know. And, I'm working on different things. Like right now, I got like this chimney, but there's all these other styles of chimneys too. So I should actually move this one. Like, what if I hit Shift S and snap my cursor to selected, and then select that guy over there on the left, and we're gonna hit Shift S and we're gonna selection to cursor. Now I took my chimney away. Let's edit undo that, and let's Shift D to duplicate, and then Shift S. Oh, not Shift S. Shift S? Yeah, Shift S. And then selection to cursor. There we go. So now we kept that one on the chimney there. And then we're just going to hit grab. So G grab, and then X to move it that way. And then I think like -1. Maybe -2, so backspace 2. There we go. So now we just make sure we have one of all our pieces that we're making back in the pool that we can duplicate from potentially, because now that I have one all over there, I could be like, if I'm working on another house. Sorry for jumping around. This might be affecting um, your experience. So let's say we want to give this roof over here this guy, so we'll hit Shift D, so now we have a duplicate. It doesn't really matter where we put that for now, and we're gonna click over here, and then we're gonna hit Shift S, selection to cursor, press 1 on the numpad. This is really important that you have numpad, and we're gonna hit rotate in the Z. You see that blue line appearing, and we're gonna say 90, enter. This is a massive chimney, by the way. I didn't realize how just freaking ginormous this thing is. What happens if I like put it GY in the center of the house and then sink it down, so GZ, so now it's inside. Oh, and that is time for today. So we got about 40 seconds. I'm gonna hit save. We're gonna jump over here to talk about some cool things that I'm really excited for. So one thing is Affinity Photo. This is something that I use for my iPad with the Apple Pen, and I find it really responsive and awesome. And maybe maybe I'm a little biased because the pen I got for my Windows based unit was let's just say not as high of a quality. It's kind of like made made it not even worth using, which sucks. So I should get a proper pen and try it out in the future. But just to say, this is where I'm making my texture sheets is in this software. And right now it's 20% off because it's a sale, and they go on sale not all the time, but every once in a while, like Boxing Day, Christmas, they go on sale for 20%. And their prices are already like reasonable. But when they go on sale, they're like a steal of a deal. And yeah, I really recommend this software for anybody that doesn't want to be locked into some money cycle where you have to throw your money into a pit every month or whatever. Um, and then I'm using my Drive, like Google Drive, to be able to share the files that I make on my iPad um, through Google onto my Windows-based Surface 3, which then these are the textures that I'm using in the file here. So if we go into UV editor, so you see this sheet here was made on Affinity Photo for my iPad right here, but on my iPad. And this is a really long video. It's confusing, but if you don't know anything about this, ugh, so lost. But yeah, this is like all my doors, all my windows. I'm gonna go in and fancy this up when I have some time, make it look cool. Maybe have a contest, be like, dude, here's the game. Here's the game. You got these spaces for whatever objects, like doors, this many windows, this many different wall textures, like surface textures, right? You just put a bunch in there, like a bunch of, man, like even looking at this, I need to wrap this up. Next week we'll get into what I'm talking about right now, so we don't keep you for more than too long.